Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a video today to share some extremely valuable advice with you if you regularly order your soccer cleats/football boots online, which is extremely common nowadays. So here's the situation. The season is upcoming and you need a new pair of boots, either because your old boots are worn out, they're broken, you perhaps even grew out of them, you need a replacement pair and you don't have a backup pair. You're only gonna have this one pair of shoes for the entire season and you have to order them online. So you go online, you do a little bit of research hopefully, and you decide that this is the shoe that you want and you make your order. You wait a couple days, you wait a couple weeks, depending on where you ordered from and what kind of shipping you paid for, and they finally arrived. You open them up, you're super excited, you're really, really pumped up, and what do you immediately do? You put them on, obviously, but for a lot of people, that's not enough. They have to immediately put them on and go and play in the boots, which once you've done that, they're now used condition, no longer new, which means if something were to go wrong after that initial use, now that the shoes are used, you can no longer return them and you can no longer exchange them. And these are your only shoes for the entire season. So what could be wrong about them? Let's play the scenario again. You order your shoes, they arrive at your house, you're super excited, that's perfectly fine, but chill out, take it easy. Put the shoes on, tie them up, make sure that they feel the way that you want them to feel. Because when you're really, really hyped up and you just want to wear the shoes no matter what, that's not the best situation, because again, if something goes wrong, if something doesn't feel right, you have a used pair of shoes now that you can no longer return or exchange. A lot of these online retailers now, they have prepaid shipping to make returns and exchanges so you can get the right size or even get a different model, given that the shoes don't fit you properly, the initial pair that you ordered. So really what you should consider is put them on. First of all, make sure that they're the right size. If they're too big or too small, immediately you should exchange for the proper size. Having the wrong sizing is just not a good situation ever, regardless of the shoe. Second thing you have to consider is, do these shoes fit you well? Do you like the way that they feel? If you just put them on and you're excited about the way that they look and they don't necessarily feel the way that you were hoping they would, or they're not necessarily the most comfortable thing for you, again, that's maybe a big red flag to return them, exchange them either for a different size or an entirely different model depending on the situation. Obviously, when you put on a brand new pair of shoes, something about it's going to feel a little bit strange. It's not necessarily going to feel perfect right out of the box. There is a break-in period to consider, and that's where your research comes into play, where certain shoes are going to feel a certain way out of the box for pretty much everyone. So that's not necessarily a red flag. But if you put on a new pair of shoes and your heel's slipping tremendously, or the shoes feel too wide, they feel too narrow, they feel too tight, they're too small, they're too big, whatever the specific issue might be, if it is a big enough issue, consider exchanging them, consider returning them prior to going and wearing them. Because the worst thing you can do is getting this new pair of shoes that doesn't fit you properly, going and wearing them for a week or two, and then deciding, hey, these aren't right for me, these don't fit me properly, there's something about this shoe that just doesn't work with my foot, but you're now out the money for that initial pair that you decided to use instead of originally exchanging, and you're gonna have to buy a new pair again and hopefully get it right that second time. So that's my best advice when ordering shoes online. As exciting as it is to get a brand new pair of boots, once they arrive, chill out, try them on, really analyze the way that they fit and feel on your feet, and make sure that you're 100% happy with them. At that point, go ahead and wear them, break them in. You shouldn't have too much to worry about. But if you just put them on and wear them initially at the field and use them right away, that's generally when things can go wrong. So make sure you take your time and, like I said, really dissect how the shoe feels on your feet, analyze what's happening, and make sure that you've made the right decision before you can no longer return or exchange those shoes. So that's my advice. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you did, be sure to support the video with a like. If you have any questions regarding this topic, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. I already said that, but I'll say it again. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.